Welcome guys, today I am going to be comparing some of the vehicles from PUBG Mobile with some from PUBG New State, and we'll be taking a look at any differences. First up we have the UAZ from PUBG Mobile. The UAZ is one of the fastest accelerating vehicles in PUBG Mobile and has a top speed of 132 km per hour on a good stretch of road, while the UAZ from PUBG New State can reach a top speed of about 110 km per hour. The UAZ from PUBG Mobile is great at cornering and will not get out of your control very easily, no matter if you are a pro player or a noob. While the UAZ from PUBG New State, some would say that it is less agile in the corners, which means compared to the UAZ in PUBG Mobile its maneuverability slightly worse, because if you don't slow down before trying to go around a corner it will understeer, or worse completely spin out, which would not be good if you are trying to escape enemy fire. The UAZ is a pretty loud vehicle, with other players being able to hear you coming from at least 125 meters away in PUBG Mobile and 135 meters in New State. The UAZ from PUBG Mobile spawns randomly across Erangel, Livik, Sanhok, Miramar, Vikendi in PUBG Mobile. But the UAZ from PUBG New State only spawns on Erangel. There are three variants of the UAZ in both games: an open top, a soft top, a hard top, although there was once an armored UAZ in PUBG Mobile, which was available only when you use a flare gun outside of the play zone. The armored UAZ was available on other maps as well, through airdrops. But it has since been replaced by the BRDM. The motorcycle. The motorcycle seats a driver and a passenger. It is by far the fastest vehicle in PUBG Mobile. You can easily reach its top speed of 150 kilometers. However, in PUBG New State, the motorcycle is not anywhere near the fastest in terms of top speed. In PUBG New State, the new electric superbike called the Lightning has a top speed of 140 kilometers, which makes it 5 kilometers faster than the regular motorbike's top speed of 135 kilometers. But before you go and tell your friends that they should ride motorcycles from now on, remember you can only shoot the enemy with sidearms and will not be able to shoot any of your main weapons. Those sidearms include Deagle, P18C, P1911, P92, R1895, R45, Scorpion, flare gun and sawed-off. This can be a fast escape, but can't be used for a chase. Speed is the only protection it provides, outclassing all other vehicles in this aspect. In PUBG Mobile, it is one of the best options for traveling in both games, especially when trying to reach the safe zone, but also the easiest for other players to shoot you off. The motorcycle from PUBG Mobile has different color schemes for Erangel, Sanhok, and Miramar, which are ash and desert respectively, and is available on all the maps except Karkin. The motorcycle from PUBG New State is only available in black and is only found on the Erangel map. The controls in both games are exactly the same, with the motorcycle from PUBG New State handling slightly better. When airborne it is important to use the lean back and forward buttons to keep the motorcycle upright to make sure it does not flip. The Dacia. Dacia 1300 is a family sedan that was quite popular in the real world and therefore made it into the list of PUBG vehicles. Anyways, in PUBG Mobile, the Dacia has a top speed of 134 km/h. 4 kilometers faster than the 130 kilometers top speed of the Dacia from PUBG New State. The Dacia from PUBG Mobile spawns in three colors: blue, red and white. While the Dacia in PUBG New State comes in white and a blue color. But the Dacia from PUBG New State has terrible cornering ability, which might cause the car to spin out, resulting in a crash, which would not be good when you're trying to escape from enemy fire. The Dacia from PUBG Mobile is much more stable, but cannot accelerate as quickly, but also has great cornering. In PUBG Mobile the Dacia is available on Erangel and Vikendi maps, while the Dacia from PUBG New State is only available on the Erangel map. The Cheneth buggy, while being cool looking, is a favorite amongst a lot of PUBG players. In PUBG Mobile the buggy has a top speed of 121 km per hour, while the buggy in PUBG New State has a top speed of 144 km, which makes the PUBG Mobile buggy 23 km slower. The buggy from PUBG Mobile is very planted, even when at its top speed. It also accelerates smoothly and faster than the buggy from New State. While in New State the car does not feel planted for even a second, it will spin out on low speeds, and it is rank threatening at high speeds because of its unpredictability. But with all jokes aside, it is nowhere as stable as the buggy from PUBG Mobile. The buggy only has one color in both games. In PUBG Mobile you can find this vehicle in Erangel, Miramar, and Sanhok, while in New State you can find this vehicle only on Erangel. The seating capacity of the buggy in both games are the same, with the driver in the front and a passenger on the rear, and you can also shoot while driving. The buggy from both games is recommended primarily because of its superb off-road handling. The vehicle can move across even the most extreme off-road terrain on any map with rarely any issues. The buggy is also a good chase vehicle. But remember that there is nothing to protect your 3 points, and if knocked during a chase at high speeds you will die instantly. Motorcycle with sidecar. The 3-seat motorcycle seats a driver and 2 passengers and is one of the fastest vehicles in PUBG Mobile, with a top speed of 111 km, which is 20 km slower than its New State counterpart, which has a top speed of 131 km. It has very good traction to the road, cornering is okay but not great because there is a risk of the vehicle flipping over and killing, or if lucky just knocking all the occupants. When riding alone it is easier to spin out of control, especially off-roads. This goes for both games. The person in the sidecar can shoot normally, while the one riding pillion can only use SMGs and pistols. It has very low fuel consumption, at least half the current rate of the other vehicles in both games. Speed is again the only realistic protection it provides. Combined with its lightweight body, it is an extremely fuel-efficient vehicle that can prove useful for both PUBG Mobile and New State. The speed of this vehicle makes it an ideal choice for chasing down enemy players in other vehicles. But again, you have no protection from bullets. The motor glider is the only aircraft that randomly spawns in a regular classic match in both games. The vehicle has a tested top speed of 110 km, and I recommend taking off after reaching 70 km in both games. The motor glider has 2 seats, one for the pilot and one for the passenger. You can only shoot from the back seat of this aircraft. The motor glider from PUBG New State is much easier to fly, even though the controls are not exactly the same. Landing a glider is very hard in both games, but in New State it's a bit easier. Once in the air, there is no maximum altitude you can fly at. However, the higher you are, the more power the engine will lose. In PUBG Mobile the motor gliders spawns randomly at over 40 locations across 2 maps, which are Erangel and Miramar, while the motor glider is only available on the Erangel map in PUBG New State. The motor glider is a very fuel-demanding vehicle in both games. But how fast the fuel decreases greatly depends on your flying style, speed, and altitude. Flying it at full throttle will cause the level of the fuel tank to plummet rapidly, so I recommend that you carry at least 2 to 4 extra cans of fuel. Also, while raining down gunshots on your enemies, remember that this aircraft cannot take a lot of bullets, and that goes for both games. This video was a lot to research and edit. I'll be aiming to drop a good video every week. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, and if you want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button.